Good morning. Today we will discuss about odontogenic fibroma. It is a rare, controversial, benign odontogenic tumor of mesenchymal origin. It has poorly defined parameters among all the odontogenic tumors. Three basic concepts have existed regarding the nature of the tumor. The first one, it has considered as hyperplastic dental follicle around the crown of unerupted tooth, wherein it is similar to that of a small dentigerous cyst. According to second concept, it is a large lesion of fibrous connective tissue with odontogenic epithelium resemble to dental follicle, but because of the large size it is considered as a neoplasm. According to third concept given by WHO, it is a fibroblastic neoplasm containing varying amounts of odontogenic epithelium and in some cases calcified material resembling to dysplastic dentin or cementum like material. Depending on the location, it is of two types, central and peripheral. Central variant occurs within the bone and again subdivided into simple and WHO type. Peripheral variant occurs outside the bone. Clinical features. First, let us see central one. It occurs in children and young adults with a slight female predilection. Mandibular jaw is frequently involved than the maxilla. In the mandible, at least 50% of the cases occurs in posterior to first molar region. But in the maxilla, it is seen commonly in the anterior region. 1/3 of the cases show association with unerupted tooth. The smaller lesions appears to be asymptomatic and the larger ones show swelling and teeth mobility. Next one is peripheral. It is a soft tissue counterpart of the central one. It occurs from first decade to seventh decade and it show no gender predilection. Here also mandible is commonly involved than the maxilla. It appears as a slow growing, solid, firm, sessile gingival mass. Varies in its size from 0.5 to 1.5 centimeters in size. The covering mucosa appears to be normal in this particular lesion. This picture showing mucosal swelling of peripheral variant of the odontogenic fibroma. Coming to radiographic features. First, let us see central one. Smaller lesion show well-defined unilocular radiolucency in association with periradicular area of erupted teeth. The expansion lesions show multilocular radiolucency with sclerotic border. Root resorption and divergence also evident here. 12% of the cases show radio-opaque flex. The radiographic features of the expansile lesions resembles to features of ameloblastoma. Peripheral ones usually does not show any radiographic features, but Occasionally, calcified material lesional tissue show radiopaque flex. Histopathological features. First, we'll see about central odontogenic fibroma WHO type. Here, it will show relatively mature fibrous connective tissue stroma with marked cellularity. Occasionally, myxomatous areas, variable amounts of inflammation, and high vascularity are also seen. Throughout the lesion, odontogenic epithelium appears like islands, strands, or in the form of cords. It will also show presence of calcifications in the form of osteoid, dysplastic dentin, or cementum-like material. Peripheral odontogenic fibroma shows similar histological features of central odontogenic fibroma WHO type. This is a histological picture of central odontogenic fibroma WHO type. Here both HND and schematic drawings are shown. So exactly it will show matured fibrous connective tissue stroma with multiple islands of odontogenic epithelium. This is a histological picture of peripheral odontogenic fibroma. Here it will show surface epithelium and underlying lesional tissue. The lesional tissue is composed of fibrous connective tissue stroma and odontogenic epithelial islands. Second variant of central odontogenic fibroma is simple type. Here, histologically, it will show matured fibrous connective tissue stroma with many uniformly placed plump stellate fibroblasts. Along with that, presence of nests and islands of odontogenic epithelium. Coming to differential diagnosis. First, we'll see clinical differential diagnosis. For central, ameloblastoma is the differential diagnosis. For peripheral variant, peripheral ossifying fibroma, peripheral fibroma, peripheral giant cell granuloma, and pyogenic granulomas are the differential diagnosis. Histopathologically, for central variant, desmoplastic fibroma, myxofibroma, neurofibromas are the differential diagnosis. For the peripheral variant, peripheral ameloblastoma can be considered as a differential diagnosis. Treatment. First we'll see about central. Enucleation and vigorous curettage or surgical excision is the mode of treatment. Very little is known about recurrence and it has a good prognosis. For the peripheral variant, surgical excision is mode of treatment and it will show no recurrence and it has the excellent prognosis. That finishes odontogenic fibroma. These are my references. Thank you.